All right, here's more problems with the addition rule of probability. Example 1. Out of 1,560 students that are surveyed, 840 are going to be seniors. 630 read a daily paper. The rest of the students that are surveyed are juniors. Only 215 of the paper readers were juniors. What is the probability that a student is randomly selected is a senior or reads a paper? So this first event is going to be seniors. And the total for that circle is 840. The second event is students who read the paper, and there are 630. So they read the paper, and that circle adds up to 630. The entire Venn diagram is going to be all the students that were surveyed, and that total has to be 1,560. Then it says the rest of the students that were surveyed are going to be the juniors. So if we had 1,560 students that were surveyed, and we subtract 840, there are 720 juniors. Then it says only 215 of the paper readers were juniors. So where that's going to go in the Venn diagram is out here. Those are the paper readers, but they are not going to be in the seniors. So then when we want to find out this overlap, I'm going to find another color here. Right here, we can take 630 minus 215, which gives you 415, that are going to be in that overlap. They are seniors and read the paper. And then what we can do is we can take that minus 415, and we get 425. So that would be that other side of the Venn diagram, 425. And then to figure out who's outside the Venn diagram, we had a total of 1,560 students. And we're going to subtract out 425 and 415 and 215. And what we'll be left with is 505. All right, so now it's going to ask us to identify being a senior and reading the paper are inclusive. So we see that overlap of 415. So that's that overlap. They are inclusive. Senior and reading the paper. Now we're going to go ahead and answer the probability question. It says, if we randomly select a student, what is the probability that they are a student that is a senior or reads the paper? So we have to add the total of the pink circle plus the green circle minus the overlap. So the probability of a senior plus reads the paper minus the probability of a senior and reads the paper. So we have in the pink circle 840 out of 1,560 plus those who read the paper, a total of 630 read the paper out of 1,560 minus the overlap, 415 out of 1,560, and that will give us 1,555 out of 1,560, which if we put that into our calculator to 3 significant figures, it's 0.676. Example 2. Of 162 beauty customers, 96 had hairstyling done and 61 had a manicure. There were 28 customers that only had a manicure. What is it probably that a customer had hairstyling or a manicure? So the first event is those who had their hair styled. And there were 96. The second event is those who got their manicure done. And there were 61 there. And then it says there were 28 customers who only had a manicure. So only had a manicure would be this region of the Venn diagram because they did not get their hair done. So we're going to go ahead and fill out the Venn diagram in its entirety. So this entire box has to add up to all the total customers, which would be 160. So we first want to figure out this overlap here. So we already have 28 out of the 61 in the manicure. So you take 61 minus 28 gives us 33. So that will be the overlap. And then since we have the overlap, we subtract that from the hair total, giving us 63. And then to find out what's going to go inside this Venn diagram, the outside of those circles, you take 160 minus 63 minus 33 minus 28 gives us 36. So there are 36 customers that did not get their hairstyle or a manicure. All right, let's go ahead and answer the question now. It says, what is the probability that a customer had a hair styled or a manicure? So we say the probability of hair or manicure equals, you add up those who had their hair done plus those who got a manicure minus those who got both their hair done and a manicure. So those who got their hair done was 96 out of 160. Those who got the manicure were 61 out of 160. Then those who got both are 33 out of 160. So we add those fractions together and subtract, and we get 124 out of 160, or as a decimal, 0.775.